Hey guys, welcome to a degen video. We've been seeing tons of memes, tons of stories of people making crazy amounts of money with these meme coins. So today I wanted to make a video on the top memes on my list that I'm gonna hold for a little bit and see what happens come bull cycle. I think these will do very, very well. So guys, if you like the video, if you like this type of content, please hit the like video. If you want to see more of my stuff, please subscribe to the channel. So let's get to it. Let's see what's going on with these memes. Meme craze is not dying down right now. It's all about memes. So let's see what we get here. So typically when I try to look at memes and see what's new, what's hot, what's popping at the moment, I look at Deck Screener. And Deck Screener, you can see it can be overwhelming, man. Like every hour, there's a new one coming out, and it's kind of hard to decide which one should you get into. And then if you get into it a little bit early, it's not listed on most dexes. Right now, I'm focused on Solana memes just because it's cheap to transact on that blockchain and it's hot right now. Although Base is coming up, Base is coming up with the memes as well, and I have one on Base that I'm going to go over. But overall, basically, just it's look at this. It's like every every hour there's a new one, and if you get in it early, sometimes you try to put it on your Phantom wallet, and sometimes it's not recognizable, and you can't trade it as often. It's just too much for me. So I'm not trading memes early. What I like to do is hold on for a little bit, and with the gains, move that into something like Solana, a more promising project, or cash out overall. That's my game plan with memes. I'm not a meme trader, but basically, I found one with a strong community, decent, hold it enough, month, 2 months, 3 months, get some gains, flip it. And with Solana, what's cool about it? One of the ones I'm going to talk about was a free airdrop, just because I hold with, and that was a free airdrop of like 200 bucks. It's crazy. So again, if it's a strong community and it's still going up, the one I'm talking about, you can hold on to it and make some decent profit. So overall, just look at these, man. Just look. Just new trading. This one is interesting. I like the name Costco hot dog. But overall, it's so many. If you go down here, and then if you click on new pairs, you know, new pairs are just what's just coming out recently. And look at this. There's Kitty, Soul Price, Emperor, Mochi Cat. But it's too much. And with us already, getting into the projects that we like, looking in the updates and making sure we're filling our bags in the right projects, I don't have time to be looking at all these new memes, that come out every hour. So finding to the good ones with good communities, good projects on a good blockchain is pretty much what I'm doing. So if we look at the top memes, according to CoinGecko, we see that Doge is obviously at the top, but look at that market cap, 29 billion. And that's what I want you guys to focus on. The market caps of these two top ones, 29 billion, 17 billion. Now, Dog with Hat, not too long ago, was under a billion, right? We're talking about not even a year ago, under a billion. Look where it is right now. Do I think Dog with Hat can get up to here? 17 billion, 29 billion. Yep, I sure do. Another one is Bonk. People pretty much aren't talking about it right now, but not long ago, it was the top dog on Solana. It was, where Dog with Hat is, that's where Bonk was. So I think this is a sleeper. I think it could still do well. Book of Meme is another one that's doing pretty well. Cats in the Dog World, that's the meme I was talking about that was airdropped to WIF holders this past week. And I looked at it, I'm like, shoot, it's crazy. And not before long, not even a day and a half, that free airdrop turned to $100. Now their airdrop's around $200. It's crazy. Again, it's just it's on the right chain and it's pretty hot right now. And I think there's still more room to grow with the cat in the dog's world. The next one is degen, and that's on base, and that one is very interesting. And if you look at that for the past 7 days, it's up 388%. But look at the market cap, it's still under a billion. We just talked about Bonk and WIF that are over 2 billion. Um, I think that one has some room to grow. Cock in you, if you watch my channel, you know that I'm a big believer in Cock in you. I just like the name and I think it's going to catch on. It's on Avalanche. So it's taking a little bit to get there, but look, for the past 7 days, up 18%. Market cap's 358. So still room to grow. Then we have Myro. Myro's another one that I like for the past 7 days, up almost 50%. Look at the market cap, 341. These are the ones that I'm focused on. The ones with the low market cap that can hit over a billion. those are where the gains are going to be. So if I find something with a lower market cap, ideally you want to get into a meme when it's like, under 10 million and it gets to this point, then you can make the gains. But then again, that means you have to be on deck screener doing this, following this, and catching it at the right time. And when it pops, or you have an in with the creator of the coin. And, if you're like me, you don't have time to do all of that. So I'd rather do this, find ones that have a solid community under a billion that have room to hit the billion mark or even exceed it. When is another one that I like as well. So that's basically my strategy for my degen plays, my memes. Now let's take a look at the first one. Before we get into the first one, let's get trending coins. Trending coins right now on CoinGecko. Silly Dragon is one, and I will be covering that. That's on Solana. Another one is degen, and degen is one that I'll be covering as well. And if you look at degen, look at that price change, 454% for the past week. Sheesh. Then you look at Silly, I think it has room to grow, up 26.5%. Look at that market cap, 36.3. So these are the ones that we're talking about, right? I still think this has a lot of room to grow, and this one has room to grow. But the question is, does this and this, do they have the community and the backing to withstand? And it's not going to be a rug pull. We'll see. So degen is the first one. It is launched on Base. And I typically don't go outside of Solana for memes, but this one is interesting. So I look at Twitter, the social media, to see what type of following it has, what type of community it has. And right now, I see that this one launched earlier this year, and it only has about 24,000 followers. So, very interesting. So I'm not sure. When I see that, I'm like, I don't know. But it has 24,000, so it's not a rug. People are actually following it. So here I look at the chart, and I see pretty much the support is here, right? Support is right about there. So 0.05 is where it looks like the support is. And it's been holding there for a little bit, at least this week. So something to monitor, It's not a rug, because if it would have rugged, it would have done this here. And then that's it, right? And just continue with the trend going down. But you see the trend's going up, and it's holding support at this number here. So I like that. Holders, about 100,000. So not too bad. So community sentiment is 94%. Not too shabby. Then I also want to look at the holders, the top holders. So top 10 holders, this one has about 40%. And that is a red flag to me. Like, don't like that. I get it sometimes, the foundation or whatever, they hold some and then they burn the LP. But this is kind of scary for me. But then when I look at everything else, 10%. So you look at the top two wallets hold over 50% of this, which is a red flag. And then other than that, it's spread out down there. So my red flag on this one would be the wallets. The top two hold half of it. I don't like that. But overall, community sentiment is strong, right? 94%. As far as holders go, it's a decent amount of holders, over 100,000. So this is one that, maybe I'd play with. I'd probably throw a little bit there. So keep an eye out for a degen on the Base. The next one is Silly Dragon. So this one's on Sol. They've been around for a little bit. According to this, they've been around on Twitter from November 2023. 30,000 followers. And then I look at the people that follow this one. Degen News, Solana Daily, Cat with Hat, Anatoly follows them as well. So let's make sure this is the right Anatoly and not just some, it's the right Anatoly. So they have decent followers. So now let's take a look at their chart. So this is here. They launched around there. And overall, the chart has some support. The support's here at this 0.038 level. And it's not going down. So you like that. You want to see a trajectory that not just just staying down there. It's actually found a support down here, and it's on an uptrend to go up higher. So this one has a lot of promise. A lot of promise. And if we look at what I showed earlier, price change up 26.5%. So I don't know. This one might be something. So let's look at the holders. The holders about 32,000. So Not too shabby, not as strong as degen that we just saw. Community sentiment is at 96%, so that's good. Let's take a look at the top wallets because we don't want people dumping on our heads, right? So we see the top two have about 33% of it. Then you got 4.9%, so 5%, and then under that. So not as bad as degen, but again, the top holder, they do have a good amount. So this one's okay. I like this one too, which is why I'm covering it. No meme is perfect, obviously, but this one has all the makings for some gains. So look at that. It has a small market cap, and right now this chart is showing me that this thing could go up higher, especially if we have good news. We have the peak coming up, Bitcoin halving coming up, so a lot of good things happening. So I could see this one taking off. So Silly Dragon is one that I'm watching as well. Next is MEW, Cat in a Dog's World. This was a free airdrop to people that held WIF on Solana. And this one, look at the followers, 36,000 on Twitter. Same type of followers that we saw for Silly Dragon. So there's a support there. Let's look at the chart. Chart shows support here at 0.007. So not too shabby. If we look at the holders, about 151,000. That's pretty strong. That could be due to the airdrops as well. People are still holding. So that's positive. Top 10 holders have 33.47% of the coins. So that's not too bad, right? If we look at the top, everyone's about 5%, 5%, 3.6, 3.2. So this I like, right? This I like a lot. So it's kind of spread around. There's not heavy concentration as far as one wallet holding 50% of it. So I like this one a lot. So MEW is good. And I think I'm going to hold this one for a little bit. I can see this one doing well. And I like the name, Cat in a Dog's World, because right now we know Bonk and WIF and all the other ones are taking control. And it's kind of like the battle between cats and dogs. And I like this name right here. So this is one that I also like. So let's see. Next is myro. Myro's been around for a little bit as well. And there's some FUD against myro that the founders were selling and all of that. And because of that, the price took a little dip. But it stayed strong even after all of that. Myro did not dip. And I've been paying attention to the followers because I've been holding this one. It was at 30,000 about 2-3 months ago. And it's just quadrupling. And I don't even know if that's a word. But it keeps going up. And that's what you want to see. People are holding this coin, and I wonder why. It's on Solana again, and I think that's very positive. Now let's look at the myro chart. Look how consistent this thing is. Look at that. Holding, 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 holding. It's just set to take off at some point. So I am stacking myro. I'm not ashamed to say it. This is one that I've been holding for a little bit, and I think there's some gains to be made with myro. So let's take a look at the holders. About 47,000. So still growing, not too bad. Look at community sentiment at 96%. So the top 10 holders do hold 40% of it, and that's where that FUD came in. But even after that FUD, the thing just held strong. And you can look at this chart here. That's a very nice looking chart. So looks like Bybit 11.2, some other wallets 6.4, 5.9. So not too bad. This one I'm not scared of a rug pull. Whenever I look at these memes, I'm always afraid of rug pulls. And when I'm showing you this video here, I'm showing you the ones that I think will not be rug pulls, be around for a while, and I believe has some gains to be made. So that's myro, like that one. Next is Dog with Hat. You can't escape it. Yes, the thing is hot. Yes, it's pretty high. Look at that market cap right here. The market cap is pretty high for Dog with Hat. It is, look at that. 4.7 billion. So yes, I recognize that it's hot and it's big, but I still think it has room to grow because look at these two up here. I think it can catch up to those. So looking at the Dog with Hat chart right there. So it was kind of dormant for a little bit, then it just took off. And I think with people receiving airdrops just for holding WIF, it's just going to build the community. And I think, sky's the limit for Dog with Hat. So whenever I see some dips for WIF, I'm going to be increasing my position with WIF. I like it. Holders over 110,000. Again, you're incentivized to hold it because people are getting airdrops just for holding it. That's very, very strong. Community sentiment about 95%. And let's look at the top holders. They hold about 31.1% of it. So not too shabby. So top Binance has 14.18, and then you see the rest down there. So spread out kind of nicely. Dog with hat for me, I like a lot, and I think it's going to do very well come peak bull. So these are very strong projects as far as memes go. Now again, with memes, you can always lose your ass in meme coins. However, they're very risky, but they could also be rewarding as well. And none of this is financial advice. Next is Win. Win is one that's on Solana, and this was an airdrop as well. And we see that has 144,000 right now. Out of all the memes I've just showed you, it probably has the most. Wait a minute, let me see which dog with hat. Dog with hat has more than dog with hat. So Win is something that should be on everybody's radar. And if we look at the followers here, you know, just a lot of followers, right? So Win is interesting because if you hold it, it's like part of an NFT. So it's part of a piece of a puzzle. And that's an interesting concept. So Win is nice as well. Let's look at the Win chart. So Win was hit its peak right here, then it went down, and it actually found support here, probably at the 0.000387 mark. And then ever since then, it's been climbing up and it's finding support here. So Win is decent. Win is one that I think can do well as well. And look, the holders, nobody is pretty much releasing this thing. They're holding it because they believe they have some room to grow. So I like Win as well. And also with Win, you get some free airdrops. And that's probably why you see the holder number as strong as it is. So again, I like that too. The community sentiment, not to be surprised based on the Twitter followers and the holders at 98%. Top holders only hold 28.7% of this. And that's very, very good, right? Look at that. So I like that. So fear of a rug, I don't see it with this one as well. So I like that. Next up is outside of the Solana ecosystem is Cock Inu. Again, just the innuendo, the name, I think is so clever. It's on Avalanche, and Avalanche released a statement earlier this month that they're going to be supporting their memes. This is one of them, and I think it's over 100,000 or something. It's a big amount, maybe even 10 million that they're going to be dedicating to their memes and investing in their memes to help grow their system and just bring people into it. And that's positive for Cock Inu as well. Like it, I'm holding it. I think it's going to do very well. And then look at this chart here. A lot of ups and downs, but it's always found support, right? It was as low as here, but then look at that. Just been going up, 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 up. And right now it's trending downwards, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. To me, it doesn't matter because I'm holding this thing, and I think it's going to catch on. I made about 3 videos talking about Cock Inu just because I like the name and I think it has strong support. Holders about 64,000, so still around. Look at community sentiment, about 100%. 100%. And if we look at the top 10 holders as far as who's holding this thing, it's not too bad either. About 43%. Still under the 50 mark, a little bit high for my taste, but still I'm holding it. So the top wallet here is at 20%, and then you see second 6.8%, 4.8. So again, could be better, but like the name, still around. Don't think it's a rug pull. The blockchain is behind it, so I know it's not a rug pull. Strong things ahead for Cock Inu. Now, next one is Big Red. Big Red is one that was talked about on Cryptos R Us, and that piqued my interest. Moon Daddy's behind it. And basically, who the founder is. They're trying to build a community. And right now, I think it's still very early for AVAX. And again, I talked about AVAX supporting their memes. So if this one catches on, AVAX will support it as well. Only 8,300 Twitter followers, so still young. Let's take a look at the chart. And then here, look at that chart. For something that just launched, it's finding support. Finding support here at that 0.0S84702 number. It's a ridiculous number, but it's finding support there. So again, this is one that I'm holding on to. We'll see what happens. As long as it's not a rug, good community, that's what I'm all about. And if we look at the bird's eye score, well, let's not even look at that. Look at the community sentiment. It's 100%. 100%. And that's what you want to see. Now let's take a look at the top holders. Let's see here. So does it even have the top holder? Yeah, top holders here, we have 23.7%. So that is better. That's right, way under that 50% mark. So the top wallet holds about 10%, and then other than that, you see the numbers spread around. But overall, the top 10 holders only own that much. So project's new, low market cap, good community, all good recipes for success in the future. So I'm not going crazy with all of these. I just hold a little bit of all these ones that I just talked about. But I believe that, in any portfolio, especially in this bull cycle, it looks like memes leading the way right now. Last bull cycle, NFTs were leading it. Right now, I think memes, AI, RWA, and the blockchains that are supporting those are going to do very, very well. And if you have a small allocation to memes, I think that'd be a very healthy portfolio. You don't have to get into it, but for me, I'm having an allocation into memes just because I'm reading the tea leaves. That's what this market's doing right now. And the ones I covered, and the honorable mention will be Sneck on Cardano. I think I like that one too. Big community is holding, has some support. I think that one will do well as well. But right now, memes will do very well. Definitely help your portfolio grow. So that's what I got today on this Sunday in the U.S. I hope you're enjoying your Easter holiday. Um, and thank you for spending your time with me. So if you like this video, let me know. If there's another meme that I didn't cover that you think has some promise, leave it in the comments. I'll definitely check it out. So guys, thank you for spending your time with me. Take care.